In today's session, we're going to be talking about the AWS Web Application Firewall, right? How are we deploying this, or what does the architectural design looks like, right? And I use the word on here for a specific reason here, right? So web application firewalls is a layer 7 firewall. It protects your web applications or that layer 7 of the OSI model, right? And there's a number of vendors. You don't have to use the AWS WAF. There are other vendors that use it, but AWS provides a service, right? WAF service. So let's look at it, right? So the first thing we have to remember is when we're looking at AWS, right? We're not really deploying the WAF on its own, right? It's always with something. So in this instance, what we can do is we can deploy the WAF as part of a cloud front that's protecting the cloud delivery network, the CDN. We can also deploy as part of an application load balancer that's sitting in front of the servers on EC2s. We can deploy as part of an API gateway that's actually protecting those REST APIs, and also we can deploy as part of the app sync, right, protecting those graph QL APIs, right? So really what we're doing here with AWS WAFs is we deploy it as part of an architectural design, right? So we're not doing it on its own, right? Now, how do we manage it, right? So AWS provides the Firewall Manager, and what the Firewall Manager is basically allowing you to manage all the different types of WAFs that are deployed out there in your AWS environment, okay? Now, couple of things to remember here, that when we look at the AWS WAF, right, these are managed rules. You can buy managed rules from the marketplace, and what basically happens is there are a number of vendors that actually have a set of rules. Like for example, you may want to do the OWASP top 10, emerging CVEs, things like that. But there's a whole bunch of stuff available on the marketplace, and then you can install these managed rules onto the WAF, right? And if you think about it, back in the old days, when you had firewalls in the data center, you had to basically configure all the rules by them, from scratch, right? And that can be very time consuming, creating groups, source, destinations, etc. And really kind of like, as we move or as we transition into this cloud environment, security is just becoming much more easier, right? So there is this marketplace where all these managed rules do exist, okay? Now, when we're looking at the WAF aspects of it, what we're really doing is we're creating web ACLs, right? So we're blocking common attacks. We're creating conditions on which they're met. And when those conditions are met, we then take on subsequent actions that we want to, either deny, block, allow, those kind of things, right? Now, I just want to leave with a kind of like a departing thought here, that we talked about the AWS WAF here, right? So there is, this is among many managed services or managed security services that AWS offers, right? When it comes to security, right? They also offer the AWS Shield, right? Now that's a completely different product, right? And that's really talk about in DDoS protection, right? So that's something I'll cover in a different module. Thank you.